Bloodline appears to be headed for their third battle, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also see what's happening with Naomi, Jade Cargill, and how the past could play a role there. Starting things off with the latest developments for the new Bloodline and the exciting new shift for their story. This story really exploded after Jacob Fatu caught Solo Sikoa making fun of him and saying that he had no brains. That led to Jacob clearing the path for Solo Sikoa to win Money in the Bank, only for it to be a fake out and for Jacob to betray Solo at the last second and cost him the Money in the Bank contract. Even after that moment, Solo still tried offering Jacob a chance to apologize and take his spot back in the family. Solo mentioned how no one else in the family wanted to take a chance on Jacob, how everyone thought he was too much of a risk, but how he himself gave Jacob a chance and gave him an opportunity in WWE, which is all true and was confirmed by Paul Heyman back in 2024. Paul Heyman revealed back then that Roman Reigns was given the opportunity within the storyline universe to bring in Jacob Fatu, but Roman turned him away and thought that Jacob was too out of control. So when Solo says that he was the only member of the family that was willing to give Jacob a chance, there's no lie detected there. That is the truth. But Jacob refused to join the family, which led to the United States title match between Jacob and Solo at Night of Champions. Things were looking good for Jacob, but in typical Bloodline family fashion, as soon as the referee is out of the picture or distracted, the shenanigans come into play. And the first big surprise that Solo Sikoa had up his sleeve here was the return of Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa had been out of action ever since suffering an injury way back at last year's War Games. Now, several months later, he's medically cleared and back at Solo's side, and the surprises didn't stop there. When Tonga Loa wasn't enough to stop Jacob Fatu, that's when the debuting Tala Tonga made an appearance to take out Jacob Fatu and basically win the United States title for Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa picked up the win and posed with his newly won title and new family on the ramp, all while Jacob was alone in the ring. A pretty major night for Solo Sikoa overall. His United States title win is his first piece of singles gold on the main roster, and his first piece of gold overall on the main roster. And now with this insane unit of a family behind him, Solo Sikoa is sitting back on top of the family throne again. Solo went from having just JC at his side to now adding two of the Tongan brothers back into the mix, bringing his family back up to a total of 4 members altogether. These circumstances now place Jacob Fatu in the underdog position because obviously 4-on-1 will be a living nightmare for Jacob to overcome, which is leading fans to believe that another Bloodline family battle could be brewing up here once again. The first battle was in 2023, where the Usos took on Roman and Solo, followed up by the second battle in 2024, where the OG Bloodline took on the new Bloodline, and now in 2025, it looks like we're about to see a third battle where Jacob Fatu will try to get some family soldiers together to take on this even newer version of Solo's Bloodline. So who could possibly be at Jacob's disposal to use during this latest round of a family battle? There's been some solid choices and even one shocking betrayal choice as well. The primary choice is Jimmy Uso. Similar to Jacob, Jimmy's been targeted by Solo Sikoa in recent weeks with the same offer of rejoining the family. Jimmy and Jacob have both saved each other in recent weeks and have become cool with each other again following those few saves. So with Jimmy and Jacob being on the same page, surely you can count on Jimmy to be the first recruit for Jacob's side of the battle. And the second addition could be a twist here, and that's for Jacob to add Tala Tonga to the side of his battle as well. Similar to Jacob, Tala Tonga is brought into the WWE and given an opportunity by Solo Sikoa, so Tala does owe Solo a lot. But ever since Solo lost the Ula Fala back in January and disappeared for a bit there, Tala Tonga really became close to Jacob and their bond grew tight. Things only ended there between Tala and Jacob because Tala got injured. So Tala Tonga is a more low-key free agent in this entire Bloodline battle. Does he stay loyal to Solo Sikoa and join his two brothers on that side of the battle, or will Tala Tonga disagree with what Solo and his brothers are doing and decide to take a stand with Jacob Fatu instead? Because Tala switching sides and leaving his brothers in favor of Jacob Fatu would be seen as a massive betrayal for Solo's side of the battle. Here Solo's thinking that Tama's coming back, he's linking back up with his brothers, but Tala pulls out the big twist and sides with Jacob. That would be a massive twist for sure. So assuming that Jacob gets Tala and Jimmy, he would technically only need one more individual to match up equally with Solo's group. I know a lot of fans are looking at Jey Uso to be Jacob Fatu's fourth man. Jey and Jacob are not on friendly terms with each other right now, but with Jimmy being cool with both Jey and Jacob, Jimmy could act as a bridge to connect Jey and Jacob again. Adding Jey would bring Jacob's group to 4 members, and no more numbers advantage for Solo's group. It would then become a fair and balanced 4-on-4 encounter from that point on, and great team on each side as well. Solo's team looks incredible and unstoppable, but if Jacob gets a roster together like this one here, he would equally be unstoppable. Jacob would have himself an all-time great tag team like the Usos plus Tala Tonga, who would obviously have all the intel on his brother's weaknesses. Just a new perfect counter to Solo's new powerful group. A lot of fans have also been asking about a potential role for Roman Reigns in this entire story. He is the foundation of the Bloodline storyline, but it just doesn't seem like this involves Roman Reigns. He took care of Solo back in January, so that chapter and story appears to be closed there for Roman. If Roman comes back soon, it'll be for Seth or someone else. Does not seem like Roman will get involved again with this big Bloodline battle. But even without Roman, if they do go down a path like this of group versus group, it should still be exciting. And it also served pretty much as a revival of the Bloodline storyline. We saw the big Bloodline reunion in late 2024, but then it fizzled out into nothing following Roman and Solo's match. But this would definitely put the Bloodline story back on the map in a major way. So be on the lookout for Jacob Fatu and to build up his army here potentially in the coming weeks. Jade Cargill has won the Queen of the Ring tournament and will be going to Summerslam to compete for the WWE Women's title. There definitely was a bit of a mixed reaction to Jade Cargill winning the tournament, but as reports have been saying it a lot in recent weeks, it was inevitable. WWE is really behind Jade Cargill, and they want to put her in the spotlight with some major championship gold, and that appears to now be officially underway. She will compete for the WWE Women's title at SummerSlam in a major match, potentially against Tiffany Stratton, which is a match that WWE hinted at and foreshadowed several times throughout 2025. SummerSlam will be the payoff for those teasers, with Jade Cargill being in a high-profile match at SummerSlam. Fans feel like also, basically, that confirms Naomi will attempt to cash in at SummerSlam. Maybe it'll be during a match to turn it into a triple threat, or maybe the cash-in could happen after Jade had already won the title and is weakened. But everyone is seeming certain that we will see a cash-in from Naomi in some capacity at SummerSlam. The saving grace for Jade Cargill could turn out to be Bianca Belair. Jade Cargill has not trusted Bianca Belair since everything with the attack happened last year. Well, one way for Bianca to build that trust with Jade is for Bianca to stop Naomi from cashing in and come to Jade's rescue. Fans feel like WWE has foreshadowed this moment after Naomi recently said that she ended the Big Three for good. So imagine after saying that, we see the Big Three all involved with each other again at SummerSlam as Bianca tries stopping Naomi from cashing in on Jade. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.